So anyway, it was said by other leaders of the Bolsheviks that Joseph Stalin was rude. I've been called rude too. I've been called the skunk at the picnic. I've been called the overlord. But anyway, I've never been called Superman. I wouldn't want to be that fucking pansy. Excuse me. So the thing is, what Joseph Stalin excelled at during the revolution, during the time when the Bolsheviks and the SRs and, well, the other ones, they're all striving to gain control of Russia. He really did a good job at robbing banks and armored cars. So he brought in a lot of rubles, which is of course the currency for Russia. So, and then of course we had Lenin, and then Trotsky, but Trotsky didn't do anything except got whacked by Stalin. But anyway, we had Lenin, and then we had Stalin. Now Stalin, they said one of the reasons he got a leverage over the other ones was because he didn't care. He didn't spare the gun. He had this practice, let me tell you about it. When he would do these purges, kill millions of people, put people on lists and kill them, he would take the family to a certain location, sort of like a concentration camp, and say, now you either give us a couple of rubles for the bullet that we're going to use to kill the person that you're related to, or we're going to kill you and everybody related to you. So he was very merciless. He was ruthless. He was a dictator. Now with that in mind, only with that in mind, and only because I like Joseph Stalin's style, I mean he was so cool that I almost thought about making him my principal heir rather than Hitler, but I stayed with Hitler. Hitler had this panache, which means style, substance, and style. But because he was so good at his job, he brought in lots of rubles, which means he became very adept at robbing banks and armored cars. And so, everybody liked him, but they thought he was just like a thug. Now, only with that in mind, only because I'm trying to make a screenplay, there is a movie called Dog Day Afternoon. And in the movie, Al Pacino plays a convict, comes out jail, prison, wanting to get money for a sex change for his wife that he married in jail, in prison. And Sal's, of course, an old-time, convict, that he just doesn't want to go back to jail. He wants to go live somewhere and be in style and smoke a lot of pot and, snort coke and shit. That was back then. This is now. Now, of course, we have anarchists. We have people on the street. And this is the thing. What they're really going to do tomorrow is make one final snag in their plans. They're going to tighten up everything. I've been watching the activities. They're all trying to get everything timed perfectly. So when Tuesday hits, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on November 12th, 2013, all these people, all these millionaires would-be, are going to rob banks in Seattle and King County and Washington State and everywhere in the goddamn country because they have a plan. Their plan is there's going to be some kind of national emergency caused by Doctor Who. You know that motherfucker. And that's going to cause a great catastrophe, like an earthquake, like an asteroid hits the earth. And while that's going on, everywhere these people are going to be robbing banks, making themselves rich. The problem is they're dumbasses. They really are dumbasses. They're stupid idiots. Because money will be worth nothing. They'll have a big pile of nothing, which is what John wants. So I'm just telling you that because I don't want to see people do useless things. I like productivity. I want you people to make hamburgers and hot dogs. Remember that. On Tuesday, I want you not to rob banks. I want you to make hamburgers and hot dogs for your fiancés. This is Operations Officer Windfall. Yeah. No. Yeah.